Hi. Good afternoon. Good day. Good morning. Depends on where you're watching us from. My name is DIJAYFRED. Thank you for being there. Thank you for tuning in. Like it's advertised, I have his Eminent in the studio. Eminent EMMANUEL S. WETTE, the chairman of All-Liberian Conference on Dual Citizenship. He's a well-respected man in his communities and other statesman. It's not a new face, but for some of you that are watching today, you're going to meet him for the first time. And I'm very glad to have him in the studio with me. Eminent.
Yeah, my brother, brother and friend.
How you doing, sir?
Thank you for everything. Thank you for the invitation. I'm very honored to be here.
Honestly, I'm pleased to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you for making our time to be here in spite of everything that you do on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's an honor. For you, I will make it happen.
Eminent, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
And just to start it off, let me say congratulations once again on your retirement.
Thank you.
That is quite a feat.
Yes, 30 years.
You've been in the States for 31 years.
31 years, and 30 years after 31 years, I've been working for the state of Ohio.
That is something to emulate.
Yes.
Was that a game plan when you were coming to the States?
No,
how did that happen?
What actually happened is that to begin with, I came here in '91 with a computer background. I used to work for the Ministry of Education as a computer operator. I got my
this is in Liberia.
In Liberia, thank you.
Yeah.
In Liberia, the Ministry of Education in Liberia. I also got my computer science programming diploma in Liberia. I was privileged to go to China to study computer science. In 89, I went to China.
Okay.
I graduated from BWI. I was at the university. In '91, I came to the States. When I got here in '91, I was in New York for 3 months and came to Columbus in December. So we all started looking for a job. It was not an easy thing. It was not planned. It was actually not planned. I tell you something that you won't believe that. I was in New York. There's a place in New York where we called, you go for day job and you just go to unload cartoon. I went to the place, nobody could ask me to load a cartoon. And my friends, they were very surprised. I said, but everybody come here, they say, oh, 1, 2, get all in 1 cent.
Yeah.
You go there, you unload the truck, you go there, you unload the truck. I couldn't get a job. So when I came to Columbus, it was not easy. And looking around, where I was stopping, my friend cousin, I told her that, look, I have a computer background. But when you come from Africa and you say you got computer skills, people
like, how did you get that?
Yeah, did you get that?
Who taught you computer?
Who taught you that, sir?
Yeah.
She said, look, the day I'm free, I couldn't drive to start. I couldn't drive. I said, the day I'm free, I will take you out. So on this date in 1992, she took me to a temporary agency back in the days in Ohio.
Okay.
There was an agency where when the people are not they're feeling sick, the agency will give a temporary employee to the state. So that's how it was. So I got there, and I still remember the lady name. In fact, the place name is called Flex STEM. I still, because to this date, I have my letter of employment. Sorry I didn't bring it, but next time I'll give it to you. Yeah. So they give a math and an English test.
Oh.
Yeah. And glory be to God, I took the math and English test. I tell you the truth, like I always tell people.
Yeah.
I just took the test and trashed it out. The woman refused to believe I just come to America. I just aced the test, the two, the English and the math. And she said, well, we're getting an assignment. So January 2020, January, I think 22nd or something, in early January. I think that to be precise, well, after Martin Luther King's birthday in 1992, I got my first assignment with the Industrial Commission as a word processor. So I got that assignment as a word processor. I worked there for 2 months. Then my assignment was, oh, the assignment is over. It's fine. So then they gave me another assignment to work with the Department of Rehabilitation and Correction. My brother Fred, the place was far. I used to take 3 buses to go to work. So I called the lady. I said, look, I can't make it. I don't have, She said, okay, that's fine. They took me from there. Luckily for me, these things is something that you can't say it's luck because somebody misfortune gave you an opportunity. A lady broke her finger and they wanted a data entry operator. So they assigned me with BWC, the workers come. I got there 1 week, I work. At the end of the week, they said, oh, the lady's coming by Monday.
Oh.
So we don't have no assignment for you. I said, anything I would take. They said, well, the only assignment we have here, Freddie, is a clerk, office boy, to carry mail from one building to the next. I said, I just from Africa. I just want something.
I would take it.
I would take it. So I took the job as a clerk. That was in, I took the job as a clerk, and I still was a temp. I was not a permanent employee.
Yeah.
So at the time, the Bureau of Workers come in. I want to say the people of BWC, the people of Civil Hire, they really treated me nice. I mean, with everything, I would tell you the truth. They was family away from home. So I used to work as a clerk, carrying mail around, walking around. And the department I was in, it was called Provider Affairs. I still remember the name. And they wanted to make the department honor a pilot project. So they decided to make it permanent that year. Now the fiscal budget in Ohio starts from July to June. So that year, before by the following before July could start, they were talking about making the job permanent. So when the fiscal year ended, the new one started. They posted the job I was doing as a clerk, and I applied for the job, and I got the job, office boy. And I started working as a clerk, and I was taking mail around, from one office to the next, carrying reports. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
So, but then I said to myself, look, I can't be a clerk all the time. I have a computer background. And at the time, I don't have a green card. I only have a work permit. Back in the day.
It was different then.
It was different then. You got your work permit, you get a social security number. That was it. And I went, So I started planning. I said, look, I know I'm from Liberia, I'm from Africa. These people will not take me if I say I know about computer. So what I did.
Regardless of your skills.
Yes, the skills. So, and you got to be honest with yourself. This is a new terrain. You can't come here and think that it will be silver and gold. You yourself have to plan. So I said, okay, what I can do. At the time, Columbus State was very cheap. I think a credit hour was $20-something. So I started paying my own tuition at Columbus State because I never had a green card. I would not qualify for grant. I would not qualify for loan. So I started going to Columbus State and started taking classes. So when they posted the position as a computer operator in 1993, I applied for the position. I got that position as a computer operator. So I was promoted. I was promoted from a clerk to a computer operator. And when I got the position as a computer operator, and I will tell you the truth, I will say again, anywhere, the people at the Bureau of Workers Commission and BWC, very good people.
Yeah.
The state of Ohio have treated me very nice. I mean, but, everything went well. But I was there as a computer operator. And, by the standard of the supervisor, he said, I didn't pass my probation.
This was after, was this after 3 months, 6 months period?
It should be 4 months. So it should be 4 months. The law says in the first 2 months, when the supervisor has the right to turn you back, to say go. He didn't do it. He waited until the 3rd month. He gave me my evaluation. By the beginning of the 4th month, he wrote that I was not qualified. I didn't pass my probation. So I was demoted back to a clerk. I went back to a clerk. Now, and I will tell you, the people I work with, they were very supportive of me. My team members, my workmen, they say no. They call me email at work. They say, email, this is not true. You have been doing extremely well at work.
Yeah.
And, maybe it was just human chemistry between you and this person. I mean, the whole workforce rallied with me. And there was a lady, I still remember her name. Her name is Michelle. Michelle said, look, we're going to file a grievance. So I said, what do you call grievance? She said, oh, you're in the union and you're going to be protected. I said, okay, that's fine. She did the paperwork, everything.
Did you think the supervisor was racist?
Well, I tell you the truth. I don't want to go in that route because, I'm a believer that when the law ready to open doors for you, he tests you. You go through that storm. And that's how I look at it. Because the incident, and that's why I'm coming to the story, the incident that had me really prepared me. So I think it was the way of the law. So we went for the hearing. The supervisor said, oh, when I speak, he doesn't understand me. When he speaks, I do not understand him. Really, it was very interesting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, you say, I'm impacting state production and, I'm very slow, all kinds of things. So I was lucky. I didn't know what to say. So the girl who I'm a union rep, Michelle, they came out with the case. They said, okay. They explained, and she knew everything. That girl knew when I went to work, when I came.
Wow.
She documented everything, and
wow.
my team members, they supported me.
So she basically advocated for you.
Yeah, she advocated, and she made the case. So when she got through making the case, it was the question and answer, and the girl brought documents upon documents. So, time for the question and answer, they asked the supervisor. He said, "Okay, look, he explained, and they said, okay, you claim that this man, when he talk, you don't understand him. When he talk, you don't understand. And so the man is not productive. That's what you said. So you, the supervisor, you have the right. But the question is this: if you claim that this man is not good, why did you allow him to work overtime? Why on this day you call him from his house because you are short of staff to come and work? Why on this day he was about to go home and you told him to wait because there was short staff and you wanted him to work? If this man was not good, why did you allow the state to pay the man overtime for working? So, and that's why I say the poor BRC, they supported me. I had no idea because the team, they documented everything I was doing. I didn't know better, but I just come from home. Yeah. So when they presented it, the supervisor could not answer the question.
And you didn't even know they were documenting this thing?
No, I didn't know. No, actually, we document our work.
Okay.
We when you want to ship, everywhere you do, we have a log where you did and everything. So, but I was thinking in my mind, it was just because it was just a normal routine for where, you go in, you clock in, everything. But they knew what that document meant. So from that document, you can tell, it's a whole log.
Yeah.
It tell you when you come in, when you work, what you did. So all the girl did, she just copied the log. Just copied the log and just made the case from the log. And the supervisor could not say anything. So when they said, okay, this man was not good, you call him in to work overtime. This man was not good. Why did you allow him to work alone? This man was not good. And guess what happened? At the end of the day, they gave me back my job. And I will honor another probation for 2 months. So at the end of the first month, the supervisor that put me on, she called me. It was on first shift, and she said, look, E-man, you have a choice to either go back and work for the other supervisor, or you come and work for me. I said, look, in the Liberian expression, holiday, I will be with you. So I stayed with her on first shift. So for 2 months, after 2 months, I got back my job as a computer operator. So when I got a job as a computer operator, I at the time I already graduated from Columbus State, got my associate degree. I started going to Franklin University, and I got my bachelor's in computer programming. Now, as God may have it, I got a promotion from computer operator 1, because we got operator 1, we got 2, we got 3, and we got 4. I got a promotion from operator 1 to a programmer 2. I mean, making more,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how God works. When the favor comes, it just comes.
Just start rolling.
It just start rolling. So I got a promotion as a computer operator 2. Then from the 2, I begin it's computer programmer analyst 2. Then I got another promotion when I got my MBA as a computer operator analyst 3. Then I got my bachelor's in computer programming for Franklin. I went back and got my MBA with emphasis in technology management. Then I went to the University of Maryland University College and got my second master in e-commerce. So there on job after I got my promotion as a computer program analyst 3, when Y2K was coming, I left programming. And with my programming background, I began with system analyst. We were trying to make sure that all of the programs were compatible to Y2K, and I got that promotion, and I was in it. Then from system analyst, when the technology began to change, it's interesting that the business people say, "Oh, we in the computer world, we always feel we know better, we know this, we know that." So they changed our position from a system analyst to a business process analyst. So I got that position to as a business process analyst, and that's the trend. While working there, things have been
Movie, just relax. Movie.
okay. Yeah, while working there, things have been very good. The state have helped me with my education, my promotion, and they gave me all the best of support. That's how. That's in summary. That's how.
Quite a journey. But
Yeah.
let me ask you: before you were working in Liberia as a teacher.
No, in Liberia, I was now a teacher. And let me add to this thing while we talking. When I came to the States, when I graduated from Columbus State, I got a job. 1990, I think 96, 97. I started teaching at Columbus State. I taught at Columbus State I would make it a 97 just to be from 97 to last year. So from 1997, I worked at Columbus State as I joined in the computer science department until last year when I went the COVID and everything, because I was not joined and the enrollment, so my services were not needed, and I had slow up. But in the meantime, I taught at DIVRA. I taught project management and system analysis. I taught at the University of Phoenix, the campus. I also taught at the University of Ohio Dominican.
Yeah.
I taught all these people were all system analysis and design, project management, and at Columbus State, I taught project management and senior project. And on and on, I've taught the databases, networking, and everything. So yeah, my teaching career started from here, and I'm hoping that when I retire, I want to take a full-time teaching position.
Yeah, but you've retired.
Yeah, officially I will be retiring on the 31st
of
December. Yeah, December is In fact, right now I'm at my desk. I'm packing all my things. My desk is clear. I'm just packing up. I already transitioned my assignment to somebody else, and just working to have a smooth transition.
So looking back, compared to when you started then and how you got into the system, do you think it's easier now compared to what you? Because I know somebody who came in here, because that was the question I wanted to ask you based on what you were doing in Liberia. Because back then there were people that had good jobs.
That's correct. That's correct.
Were paying jobs in Africa.
That's correct.
But they wanted to come to America.
That's correct.
With the idea of, I'm going to seek a greener pastures.
That's
regardless
correct.
of how, because I met there's somebody that told me that one of his friends that visited Liberia that said, my brother, with the way you live here, you say you want to come to America. You live better than those of us living in America. But he said he didn't understand until he got here.
Yeah. I speak from my profession.
Yeah.
The IT profession. When we went to meeting in the early days, I was the only one in some meetings. I was the only black or one of the very few blacks. and the others were either white men or white women.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you today, when we go to an RT meeting in like the United Nations, I'm telling you, you can quote me anywhere.
Yeah.
You got the Indians, you got people from Europe, I mean, around the world.
Yeah.
Is there. So the competition is tough. You know, with this different kinds of visa, you know, K1 visa, all these things.
Yeah.
So the competition now is not the same. But the job is that when you can do the job, irrespective of your color, irrespective of what kind of content you come from, I'm telling you the truth, the opportunity for you to grow. It's challenging. And look, that's how it was, that's how it would be, and that's how it will always be. You know, when you get into the IT field, it's competitive. And the interesting thing about the IT field, I tell you, what we learned yesterday is not anything today.
Can be irrelevant today.
It's not. I mean, like sometimes when
it's constantly changing.
Yeah, it's just like this.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing an inventory of the things that I did, and some of the programs that I wrote, I look at them for a long time. It did not even applicable today. And some that I wrote recently, I didn't use the technology that I used when I came in. So it's like things are just changing. And with everything going in the cloud, that's have changed the whole thing.
Yep.
You know, so the fee is a good fee. It's a promising fee. You will always get a job in IT. But now, the IT fee, you got somebody in Nigeria that is working. I mean, you don't have to come to America to work.
Yeah. You know, the remote.
The remote. You got somebody from South Africa. You got somebody from Japan.
Yeah.
Couple of the projects that I work on, one of the guy, he and myself are working together from Australia. Can you imagine? We are 12 hours away.
Yeah.
You know, and I like that because, you know, I could come to work 4 o'clock because that's the time he getting off. You know. Yeah. So yeah. But it's not easy. It's good, it's challenging. And you have everybody in the partner, you know, you got people from area working remotely. It's nobody come to the office again. So
yeah, but being you can say, I don't think when you work in as a civil servant, you work for the government.
Yes,
you sort of have a stable career compared to when you work as an IT professional in the private sector.
Okay, but this is look. You know, I met a couple of people that say, "Oh, when you work in the government, it's different from when you work in the private thing."
Yeah,
I can tell you, right? When you're working in the government and you're working on a project, and that project is due, I'm telling you, you have to have it done.
You have to deliver.
You have to deliver. There's no if, there's no end. I work on a project called the Oaks Project. It was Ohio have decided to have an enterprise system and to have their payroll, their employment, procurement, everything on one platform. And I remember this day. It was the governor was oh God, let me help myself. I just forgot the governor. Porter was the governor. We went to a meeting. And the CIO or the king went to a meeting. And he said, "Hello, Porter is leaving in January." And he wanted that first check for Porter's signature to be on that check. I'm telling you, man. We work 24/7 around the clock to deliver that project. And it was delivered. I mean, we made it, and that thing was delivered. And that's the time. I tell you something. When you're working for government and you have a deadline, I'm telling you.
Have to be on
and you know, this is off the record. This is off the record. Yeah. I just have to add it in. You know, you can put that in. It's just off the record. Don't count me on it. When that project has a political weight, I'm telling you, don't
play with it.
Don't play with it. Yeah. So you know, but people have their own thing. People from the private sector have their own thing. We are disciplined. That's what we deliver. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
We're responsible for taxpayer. Look, the services that we do for our people, as a government institution, is very heavy. I mean, we do a lot. I mean, the government function 24/7, and the people pay the taxes. People interact with government, so we do a lot. We are just as competitive as any private institution.
Are you saying it's not because a lot of people feel like the civil service job is when you work for the government, is very flexible. You have a lot of downtime. You have a lot of time to play with. They're not serious.
No, it's not. No, I don't see it. I don't see it that way, because in my 30 years, look, I've been on call. I'm called 2:00 in the morning. I mean, when we started, okay, just last week I was on call. When I'm on call in the last few days, I can sit home. If you have an issue, I can log in and resolve the issue.
Yeah,
right? Which I did in the last 2 weeks. When we started in the 90s, in the early 2000s, we used to drive to go home. I mean, to work in the snow, because we're using the mainframe. So when they call you and say, "Look, the system is done," we would drive from our place and go and go to work. And you would be there by 2:00 in the morning. The system has to be up by 7. So no matter what happens, you can go up, you come down. You have to resolve the issue, and the customer have to log in by 7:00 in the morning. So it's very competitive. So this notion that when you work for government, it's not true. You have to look. You have to look at the. I mean, look, I work for workers' compensation, BWC, and I can tell you something. You cannot make mistake on an injury worker paycheck, because that paycheck is for everything. We serve the people. We take care of them. We come to work to make sure an injured worker is happy. They get what they need and everything. So we produce to the max, above and beyond. But people just say that, oh, government work. You have to work in the institution and see. I mean, the kind of work that we do, and it just, I mean, if you want to see, you have to go into the institution. But I can tell you, it can be tough.
Yeah. So now that you're about to step down, so to speak, you missing anything so far?
Well, I'm missing the people. That's where I've been for 30 years.
Yeah, almost all your life since you
I came here at the age. I came at the age of 29. In America. By the age of 30, I started working with BWC.
Mm-hmm.
These people are my family.
Yeah,
they are my brothers. They are my sister. They are my everything. The way I grew up. So I'm missing the people, the interaction, and the goodwill. And the kind of opportunity it gave me. I was able to bring my father. I was able to bring my mother to America, my father to America, my family to America, my children. Help other people. So that place is. I will miss it. I'll be honest with you. I'll miss the people. I'll miss the opportunity. But life is as such that you have to go on.
Yeah,
you have to go on.
So, what is the biggest lesson you learned while you were at that agency, that government parastatal?
Well, the biggest lesson that I learned is that be prepared. Because one day you have an opportunity to shine. And if you are not prepared, I'm telling you, you're not going to get a second chance. You have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. And go to work. Understand that your work has an impact on somebody. When I go to some businesses and see letters from workers come, I feel good.
Yeah.
Those are some of the things that we did at work, and based on what we did, and sometimes you come a friend and say, oh no, I got hired on the job. I got a letter. I got this from BWC. I feel good because we are serving the injured worker. We are serving people. People see us, and we come to work every day to serve them. So the biggest thing is that be prepared. If you're going to be in the IT field, you got to be at least a B student, the very least a B student 24/7. It's not an if, because first thing is that what you use in the work may be obsolete the next day. You could come to work the next day and they say, look, hey, we're changing the technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
It's just like that. I mean, you don't have nothing. And you have, and I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a little secret. I used to be a programmer. That's how I started. But almost every 2-3 months, we got on a new program. You know, I mean, we came from Visual Basic to C to C++. I mean, it was just, and it was like every 3 months, I go for training. I mean, it was just constantly. So, you know, I look at the system and I say, but these people, you know, they prepare. And the system analyst and the programmer in the layman thing is somebody that prepared the cake and say, look, this is how you bake the cake.
Yeah.
So you are the system analyst, and the person that baked the cake is actually the programmer. And you know, I look at not to say much, the system analyst make more money. So I actually now went to the career as a system analyst because it was the programming, it was just the technology was too much. I mean, it was just and the system analyst profession is a very good. I mean, it's a good job. It's a good. I mean, there is no institution you can work in, you know, because you actually know the business processes, the business line, and you able the business and the programmer to talk together. So so
let me ask you, with your level of experience and as somebody who is very known in your community, do people see you as a resource center? Do they approach you? Do they ask questions? Most especially the young ones that are just coming. Do you think they really value you enough like that?
I'm ashamed to answer this question.
Why?
I'm ashamed. And it's painful, I will tell you, that people do not see me as a computer staff. They don't see me as a computer professional.
Why?
And that's one of the greatest, that's the next journey I have to do. Everybody see me as a politician. You know, they see me as an advocate. You know, this guy who advocate for dual citizenship, this guy who advocate for green card, this guy who advocate. That's how they see me.
Maybe that's what you presented to them.
Yeah, but they don't know that my burning candle is I'm studying computer science. They don't see me that way. They don't know me that way. Even those that know me as a computer professional, they don't see it that way.
I'm just like I believe the same. Just as people are beginning to know you as a computer programmer, as a computer IT professional.
Yeah,
I never knew this part of you before.
Yeah, that's my career.
Yeah,
you know, in 1985, I got my diploma in computer programming from West African Computer Science Institute. I worked with the Ministry of Education in Liberia as a computer operator. I went to China in '88 to study computer science.
Yeah.
In fact, I went to one of the best schools in China. They called Tsinghua Dashue. I went to school there.
Do you speak Chinese?
Yeah, ni hao.
So what am I supposed to say?
Ni hao ma. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know, I speak a little bit of Chinese, but yeah. So people don't know. I mean, it's I feel very bad because I don't, when I study, people don't see me. They don't see me as a computer professional, except one of my friends will call me and say, "Oh my man, I want PowerPoint. I want this. I want that. You know, I want this. Anything in Microsoft Word. Can you do me this flyer?" They don't know the level I've done. You know, I teach since 1997. I've been teaching computer classes at the highest level. I taught at Franklin University.
Wow.
I taught at DeVry University. I taught at Ohio Dominican. I taught at Columbus State College, and I taught at University of Phoenix. The records are there.
Yeah, people didn't know.
But you know, some of my students in the community, they know, they see me, but it's a sad thing.
Are you going to write a book about your life in the
Yeah,
civil service?
yes, I'm thinking about that. When I retire, I'm really thinking about that. There are a couple of people have asked me that will include, you know, my professional life and my life of advocacy. But I tell you something, while we're on this platform and we're talking to our brothers and sisters, look, America is a great place. America is a great place. Don't no matter what happens, the opportunities are here. Just be prepared. You know, look, I tell people there are 15 rounds in a boxing ring. If somebody hit you in the first few seconds of the first round, you can't give up. You know, you gotta be prepared.
I think that largely depends on the information you're privy to.
Yeah, but
Because you have to pick the brains of people that have been there before you.
that's
And
good.
most especially if they're willing to
share with you.
To share with you.
That's correct.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's correct. You are right, Freddie. You are right. People, that support network.
Yeah.
You know, when you come in this country newly, the people that you mingle with, the people that you interact with, have a very high influence on your journey.
Absolutely.
You know, I was privileged to be around the right kind of people. I was privileged to be a kind of right member, and I myself I was determined. So that helped me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not going to tell you say that the 30 years of the 31 years I got support. There are a lot of, I mean, if I come to explain to you the kind of Liberians that supported me through, you know, I would just take one person name off, you know, and just talk about our man, Kenneth, for the Kenneth. You know, for the Kenneth. For they have supported me all through when, you know, all through, I mean, when I have issue, he got, I mean, because he knows the system. He knows it. He knows, and there are a lot of Liberians. I'm not the call name. They all know themselves who have helped me through.
Yeah.
Like, because look, I didn't know better. I didn't know what was going on. But even if somebody is helping you, you yourself should help yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, I knew what I was doing. I trusted my ability. I knew, and those around me knew. It just when you hear, look, let's be honest. When you're in the IT field, it's a competitive field. It's not a field where somebody's gonna give you a spade just like that. Everybody bumping into each other.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's how the war is. You know, you're not gonna come, they're gonna give you a seat. You know, so in good faith, you just be prepared. You know, just be prepared. I mean, it's not and forget this whole idea. I don't want to be negative, but trust yourself. Because sometime down the line, something happened to me one day. I was teaching a class, and this is my first time to teach in that area. And the area was pure, I will not call the school name. The area was purely dominant white area. I got to the class, and when I checked, there were no student in my class.
Why?
There were no student. So
Because
I don't know. I started misthinking and said, because I'm a black and this that.
You're from Africa?
I started thinking, not knowing most of the students, because it was in another city after Columbus. Not knowing most of the students in that class are living in the area. So it was just a matter of 1 or 2 minutes. They would just walk to class. So I went in the bathroom and started wondering. It was just 2 minutes. I went back to class. We're looking for seats. And I said to myself, I would never do that to myself. I said, if they gave me the opportunity to teach a class, I should forget this whole mentality, you know.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not there.
Yeah.
And it's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that trust yourself. Because I could have walked away. I could have insulted myself and everything. But when I came by there, we're looking for a seat and one of the best classes I taught. So it's not an easy thing. But Freddie, we are far away from home. When you're here, you got to make the best
use of it. All right. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is DIJAYFRED, and I have in the studio his eminent EMMANUEL WETTE. He's the chairman All-Liberian conference on dual citizenship. We're going to take this quick break. When we come back, we will be discussing politics. We'll be talking about dual citizenship. All right, we'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My name is DIJAYFRED, and this is Sunday Hangout with DIJAYFRED.
Back to Afrobeat, back in the 2000s and the 90s, Afrobeat was not actually popular like the way it is today. You see now a lot of artists are,
when I went about to write everything, I was not ashamed. I was not. I didn't bother. Mine was that let it be there. It is not what I am today that I'll be tomorrow.
Music has always been there. It's like every time I always keep going back to music.
Yes.
So
I'm a person who love to be around people. I'm a very easy, kind, loving, caring person.
Actually, like that's something to this day. Like there's people that made me in the state talk about that show, just the way I carried myself. Because I remember there were so many talents there, but I was one of the ones that stood out, and that was a blessing to me.
All right, welcome back. This is still the Big Talent Podcast, and I have Emmanuel S. WETTE in the building. It's right here live in the studio with me. We're talking about a whole lot of things. We're getting to know more about him today, about his professional life. Not just the politician that you know. Let me ask you this: we're gonna go back to we're now in the segment where we have to talk about dual citizenship. I always see you almost at every of your community event or any Liberian event. You're always walking around taking pictures. Where did you come up with that idea of just being an event? You don't like sit down like another statesman and say you want people to serve you, do that, but you always at one point or the other helping out or taking pictures or leading the grand march or something.
Yeah, I'm on. Just to answer your question, yesterday I was at a program.
Yeah.
And the lady came to me and said, "Look, I would like you to serve you soup." I said, "Oh, in Liberian, I said, "Oh, don't worry." I said myself soup. I believe I don't have to be served. I need to serve other people. I see myself as giving. I see myself as sharing. When I go to a community event, except in the instant that I have to be the keynote speaker or be at the stage, I try to help out. Even if they're cleaning up, if they're helping the women to pack the food, I try to do it. It's just something that I love to.
Where did you pick that up? Where did you get that mindset?
My mindset is from the beginning when I'm coming up. And I believe that, look, to have your space is to help people. You understand?
Yeah.
And I don't take myself to be so big, because sometimes it can be so embarrassing.
Yeah.
That people say, "Oh no, honorable or chief, don't do." I say, "No, I want to help out. I want to help out, and it already pay off a lot. People, they see me. That I don't have time for that proudness. I want to be like the ordinary person. I want to behave. I want to treat myself.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not my first thought that I should be served. You come somewhere. So when I come somewhere, I let to participate. I let to help out. I let to contribute, because I strongly believe that if every one of us add up our resources, we can move forward.
So with that is you are the chairman of All-Liberians conference, dual citizenship issues that it was like some other Africa state. There are still some countries in Africa that don't allow dual citizenship until I think May this year when the bill was passed.
Yes,
Liberia was on that list.
That's correct.
Yeah. So was it that why did you make yourself available? Because there were thousands of people that could have led that conference.
Good.
Is it the same mindset to just explain that you believe in making yourself available for service that made you took up that challenge?
Yes, and let's sales on the broadcast. Let's come about and talk about where the whole history of the Washington started. It's very interesting that Liberia, as a founding member of OAU, United Nations, ECOWAS, and everybody, Liberia had a law that discriminated against its own citizens. In 1973, 74, the Liberian legislature changed the alien and nationality law. You understand? Now, In our constitution, the constitution is very silent on dual citizenship. It says nothing except in the Article 23. It says that if one is born of a Liberian parent, that child should be at the age of 18 and declare the citizenship. Declare the alliance. What citizenship they want to be. But this is the key that happened. In 73, 74, the political dynamics in Liberia was changing. Liberia, we have a history. I may go a little bit into that, but just to keep it balanced, we have a history of one-party state.
Okay.
Yeah, one-party. So there was this one-party state. There was one group of people that were leading. In 73, 74, there were a lot of Liberians going back home to advocate for changes, to advocate for political rights, to make the political playing field equal. So what the government did in 1973 and 1974, they changed the alien nationality law and said, look, if you naturalize in another country, if you fought war in another country, if you voted in another country, you automatically now a Liberian. Period. It's not an if, it's not an and. Then, in Liberia at the time, prior to the signing of this law by President George EMMANUEL on the 22nd of July 2022, a child that is born by a Liberian woman, get it straight?
Yeah.
That child is now a Liberian.
Outside of the shores of Liberia.
Yes. Because even at that, I come to that. That's a good point you brought up. So we'll come to that. Whether it's in Liberia or outside Liberia, that child is not a Liberian because only a man can pass citizenship over to the child. The woman cannot. So if the father is not a Liberian, you understand, that child is not a Liberian.
Even the child was born in Liberia.
Yeah, in Liberia. Because the mother cannot make the child citizen. So you can Google stateless children in Liberia. You can Google that. Stateless children in Liberia. You will see an United Nations report that specifies like the children are born to ECMO parents.
Yeah.
They're not Liberians.
During the war.
There's a report from the United Nations, stateless children in Liberia. You can Google that, and there's a lot of articles on that. So the children are born to ECMO, they were not Liberian. So we decided that, look, with the war, with everything happening, you can't tell my sister, you can't tell my niece, I can tell your cousin that because they were born or they went to Spain or they went to Australia and had a child, that child is lesser than a child that was born in Liberia. You can do that. So before we came into the picture, in 2000, between 2005, 2007, there were other Liberians that began to advocate. Reverend John Lord, Senator Marston, Senator Clinton Watterson, VP Warner. They begin to advocate. Even the Union of Liberian Association in the America, ULA, they all begin to say, look, this thing was not nice. You can't keep denying us. So many trips were made Liberia. People from Europe, other Liberians, and the law in 74, yes, the law was on the book. I'll come back to this one. The law was on the book, but guess what happened? The law was not implemented. The law was silent. The law was very silent. Nobody knew about the law. The law was there. Nobody cared. It was not until after the Civil War, during the child state of time, our own brothers and sisters begin to use the law against us in the diaspora. That's how the whole thing started. That, oh, you guys are not Liberian because Liberia does not support what? Dual citizenship. You can't get a position. And besides a woman not passing citizenship to a child, in Liberia, our constitution in Liberia says that only a Liberian can own a land. Only a what? a Liberian own a land. So if you had a land in Liberia and you came to the United States, you went to Australia, you went to Canada, you went to Germany, you went somewhere and naturalized.
Automatically you fulfill your land.
You fulfill your land. you fulfill your land. And even your children cannot inherit that land.
Wow.
So people used to go and buy land through third party, through their sisters, through their brothers, all of these things. They used to do that.
Wow.
So people then in 2005, 2007, they said, no, this is not right. So they started advocating. Started going on. Many Liberian groups, as mentioned, individuals begin to advocate for dual citizenship. We're not the first. We're not the first. One made that very clear. So you got Arthur Watson, President Arthur Watson, President Anthony Kesseley, Wilmer Cooney, Vamba Fofana, Reverend Lord, John Lloyd, and you got other people from Europe. I mean, I can go on and name. They started advocating. In 2012, under the able leadership of the Ambassador Jeremiah Solonte and the President of ULA, Geisler, we decided that, look, it's about time that we put all the diaspora together to advocate for the one dual citizenship. And we're not going to be political. I'm telling you, to this date, since 2012 to this date, only one thing on our agenda we discuss dual citizenship. We don't discuss the government took people, no Giazo. We don't discuss that. It's not that particular group. So we started.
That's why it was effective.
Yeah. So we started advocating in 2012. We visited Liberia on many occasions. I traveled around the world, met the presidents, met government officials. Not only me, there were other Liberians. The All-Liberian Conference was formed in 2012. That comprised of the Union of Liberian Association in America. You got Liberian Advocacy for Change. You got Liberian on the Southeast Colosua. You got IFLA, Liberians in Europe. You have Liberians in Canada. You have Liberians in Ghana. You have Liberians in Australia. Liberians from all walks of life.
They were all speaking with one voice.
One voice. It's dual citizenship. That's all we talk. That's what we sing. That's what we drink. That's what we dance. Dual citizenship. So we started the campaign in 2012. President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf promised us. We met President Sirleaf many and several occasions on dual citizenship. It didn't work out. We tried. We went to Liberia many times. We met her in DC many times. In Europe. I mean, it was just, the names. We divided ourselves everywhere to have it happen. Never. It never happened. And the sentiment in Liberia, oh, you guys want to come here and take our jobs? Just go on and on and on. But look, with God above, we're very persistent and consistent, and we kept our eyes on the ball. We kept our eyes on it. When President Weah came to office, in his first speech, State of the Union address, we had almost a paragraph, we had 3 paragraphs in his speech committing himself to dual citizenship. So we knew now, even though we never got it on President Sirleaf, we knew that George Weah was going to deliver. So in 2018, we started working on it. I made several trips. Other people made several trips. People made secret trips. It was just the numbers. I'm not going to call the names, but people sacrificed. Talk show hosts, people sacrificed. People left their jobs, their family, just to make the trip. Where I can make it, other people will go there. It was a complete teamwork. We started going to Liberia. Our first break came from Jalo. Because you see, when we founded the All-Liberian Conference on Dual Citizenship in 2012, we have 4 pillars to resolve the issue of dual citizenship. We want to ask the president for an executive order to say, look, give an executive order and scratch it. President Sirleaf told us that, look, she couldn't do that because executive order just lasts for 1 year. We said, okay. We had another option. was to question the constitutionality of the law. So Jallo, a good friend of ours, decided to take that path. Jallo went and applied for passport. And he stated that he is an American citizen. So by our law, he was rejected because he can't be an American citizen and get a Liberian passport.
Yeah.
So that created the avenue for constitutional challenge.
Did he get it?
That's what I'm coming to. So in March of 2007, with the able representative of Cyril Cooper, Councillor Cyril Cooper and other people, they represented Jallo at the Supreme Court of Liberia. Now look, Jallo was not given due process. And in 2019, on December 23rd, 2019, the Supreme Court of Liberia ruled in favor of Jallo and said Jallo was not given due process. So the Supreme Court said, look, we are not arguing on dual citizenship. That's another thing. But what we're seeing is that if you claim that the man is now a Liberian, take the man to court and let a judge
decide that.
Not you. Jallo won the case. So when Jallo won the case, those that were against dual citizenship, they said, but gentlemen, we all are Liberians. So the Supreme Court said, until you can prove that the person is not a Liberian, the person is a Liberian. So why you guys want to talk about it? We said that's true. You are right. The Supreme Court said WETTE is not, you can't say WETTE is not a Liberian until you can prove. But what if you can prove? Because we go to Liberia, we go through our passport, they stamp our passport.
Yeah.
If I don't like you, and look, we're not going to hide anything. We all practice selective justice. If someone doesn't like you, all they have to do is take you to court. And guess what happened? They can ask the ambassador to come. Did you give this man visa? Or even ask the immigration chief. I said, look, this man, did you allow him to come in what capacity? So we started saying, look, even though the Supreme Court decision is there, but we're going to go ahead and start advocating.
Yeah.
So we started advocating. We had a break. We had the referendum in 2020, December 8th, 2020. We went there for the referendum. Now, the Constitution of Liberia says that to change the law, you will have two tiers. Out of the 15 counties in Liberia, 13 counties voted for dual citizenship. Favor.
Out of the 50.
Out of the 15 counties.
15
counties. 13 counties.
Oh.
13 counties voted in favor of dual citizenship.
Okay.
The big counties that had the voting bloc, Monserrato, Nimba, and Bumi, voted down. So that resulted to us not having the constitutional requirement of two-tier for that provision to pass. So it didn't pass in 2020. So when it didn't pass in 2020, it was a big blow to us. So we said, okay, no problem, we're going to come back. Remember now, I told you that we had a full path.
Yeah.
Executive order. We had the constitution. So we already run the constitutional thing at the Supreme Court with the Jallo case through the help of Councillor Cyril Cooper. So we got that one under our belt. We went for the constitutional thing. We didn't pass. So the next thing what left was the legislative, because it was lawmakers that made the law in 1974. So if lawmaker can make the law, the same lawmaker can what? Repeat,
yeah.
The law.
Yeah, they can obtain it.
Yeah. So we started the campaign to repeat the law. And we started that campaign, and with the help of the legal advisor to the president of the Ajiba Bona, in the Senate, we want to give the credit to the senators, but you got the pro tem, Chie, Senator Abba Chie, the pro tem, you got Darius Dillon, you got Senator Vani Sherma, you got Senator Milton Tiaje, you got Senator Komine Wise, you got Senator Batekwa. These people rally in the Senate, in this Liberian Senate, to make sure it passed. Wow. In the House, we have Representative Akaris Gray, we have the Deputy Speaker Fandadi Kofa, we have the Speaker Buffer Chima, we got Kenan Walser, who was the chairman of the DIJAY committee. They formed the team. I told you about Deputy Speaker Fandadi Kofa. They formed the team on the hot side. And with the able leadership of President, we are through the office of the legal counsel, Councillor Ajibo Bona, who were able, since a journey that started
since 2012.
Ours started 2012. Other posts started 2005. That journey, the president, the House passed the bill, and now the bill that was passed by the House had no condition. The bill that was passed in the Senate has some conditions. So it means that, well, Fred, you want to have dual citizenship, fine. But you can't be minister of this, you can't be that, you can't be this, you can't be this, you can't be that thing. So those in the diaspora begin to come on us, say, look, you guys cannot make us second-class citizen. We said, no, we're not going to make it second-class citizen. We're going to make sure that we have a dual citizenship law that represents us.
So what's the implication of that? You have one house passed without restrictions. Now you have this one passed, the one with limitations.
So one, correct, restriction, other one with limitation. So when that happened according to our constitution, they will form a conference committee to reconcile the differences. So the conference committee met, and this is where we gave President Weah the credit. He was able to dispatch and invest his political resources, his capital into this thing through the offices of the legal counsel, Councillor Ajibo Bona. They met with both houses, and they came up with a compromise. So they came up with a compromise, and they all voted on a document. In this document, which is this document, you cannot, if you are dual, you cannot be president, and you cannot be vice president if you have a dual citizenship.
What if I renounce my dual citizenship?
Yes.
If I relinquish if, like, for instance, you're a citizen of this country, and you decide to let go of the citizenship of this country,
then you can. I'll come there. Okay. I'll come to that. But if you want to keep both, you can't be president, you can't be vice president.
Yeah.
It also says that you cannot be minister of defense, you cannot be minister of finance, and you cannot be a governor of the bank. In the same law, it says that you can ask if they appoint me. Even though the law says that I can't be minister of defense, I cannot be chairman of the central bank, and I cannot be minister of finance.
You cannot be VP.
Yeah, those are elected positions.
Okay. This so in terms of appointments.
Yeah, appointment. Even though I cannot be, but in this law, it also says you can ask me. When I go to a convention hearing, you can ask me. So that muted the whole thing. Then on the elected positions, on the president and vice president, the Supreme Court mentioned in 2019 that, hey, one is a Liberian until you can prove that the person is now a Liberian. So that alone is another loophole. So if somebody wants to run, they can run. Until you can prove that person is now a Liberian, the person is still a Liberian. You see?
This is
so the law good. The law is good. And also what the law says, that anybody that is born of a Liberian parent, that person is a Liberian. So a Liberian woman, any child that is born by a Liberian woman, irrespective of the pigmentation of the father, irrespective of the nationality of the father, irrespective of the locality, the geographical locality of birth, that child is a Liberian.
All right.
So once a Liberian, always a Liberian. Yeah. Okay. And Fred, before we end this thing, I don't want to go on. I don't want to start. We did a lot of studies. We look at the Nigerian dual citizenship law. We look at Ghana dual citizenship law. we look at Ivory Coast dual citizenship law. Sierra Leone just got there, so we didn't look at them. But if you look at the Ghanaian and the Nigerian dual citizenship law, you can't even be a colonel in the army if you're dual. So our law, we think our law is more liberal. I mean, very good as compared to other countries.
That's I want to say congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations to the team and congratulations the law for helping us that.
It was a tug of war.
Yeah, it was tug of war.
Based on everything you've narrated, it wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't easy. It was really. Wow. Really, it was not easy. People, I think, people spend their own resources.
So the idea of saying, okay, let's get our brothers and sisters in the diaspora to come into the country, to get into government positions, to help develop the country, it does not even arise.
No.
They don't want that.
They don't want that. But and that's
you decided to leave. Just stay wherever you are.
Where you are.
Consider yourself. You are no longer welcome here.
Okay. And Freddie, the sadness of the whole thing. The people that are rejecting us are not remote. These are our classmates. These are people we went to school with.
Yeah.
These are family members.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
absolutely. 100%.
We said it. You are not more Liberian than I am. Not because I'm in the diaspora.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, when COVID comes, when Ebola comes, who go all out to campaign for international support? Who go all out to provide nurses, international doctors? We do. Our remittances support the economy.
Yeah, absolutely.
We support our brothers, our sisters, our family members, our friends to go to school, to become medical doctors, to become engineers, and in return, they support the country. We are doing that. We are not isolated. Why is it that when it comes to this issue of dual citizenship, you guys are against us? But we got the ball first. Glory be to his name. And President George Manuel Weah, Councillor Archibald Bonan, the Liberian House and the Liberian Senate want to be thankful that today, once a Liberian, always a Liberian.
Always a Liberian.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you and your team.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
That is huge.
Yeah, thank you. It's very huge.
Absolutely.
And we on another campaign again.
Which one is that?
It's other country voting.
Oh, yeah, diaspora voting?
Yeah, the other country voting.
Yeah.
Chairman Alfred said I would like you to call him.
Okay.
He will tell you more about that. So our constitution says that you got absentee voting. So we have right. We are citizens.
Yeah.
We have the right to vote. So our next campaign is other countries. So you can be in Germany, you can be in Australia, you can be in America, you can be anywhere. So long you're a Liberian, you have the right to vote.
Yeah, but in terms of that, even the election within the country, is the election within the country transparent enough to talk about having people in diaspora or people outside the country voting into the system?
I'll tell you something. In the great United States, some people feel the election is not transparent. It depends who you speak to. What we're saying is our right to vote.
Okay.
They should make the
regardless.
Yeah, regardless. They make the opportunity available for us to vote. We can discuss the detail and those things later on. But give me the right to vote.
Yeah. So as a result of this, shout out to LICI, which is the Liberians in Columbus Incorporated, right?
Yes.
They honor you we were given the Lifetime Award on the 29th of July, if I'm right.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, congratulations on that as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So let me ask you, I know, let me just hear it from your mouth.
Okay.
Are you a supporter of Weah's administration, President George Weah's administration?
Well, let me say it for the record. I'm disappointed in President Salif.
Okay.
Any Johnny Salif. I don't want to go much into that because it would dilute this whole thing. I'm disappointed in Salif. And I want to say, for the record, I think George Weah is doing well. That's how I want to leave it like that.
Okay.
And I see, look, if George Weah can invest his political capital in dual citizenship, I believe that, he's going in the right path. And this is politics. People people say they have their own criteria they want to use.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Some people, they have their own thing. But even in the great United States, some people vote because they want gun control. Some people vote because they want abortion. People vote on what they believe in. What you believe in may not be what I believe in. And I don't see it that way. You don't see it that way. And I believe very strongly that if President Weah can invest his capital, I think I'm not talking about financial, I'm talking about his political capital into this thing. Imagine the entire career of President Johnson Sirleaf, who was in the diaspora, who lived here. She didn't do anything. But look the opportunity President Weah is giving us. You know what happened? We have a new generation of Liberians.
Okay.
That tomorrow will shape that country and bring it the way it's supposed to be. You know, we have our young people here who are educated, we have medical doctors, we got engineers, they are here. They don't have to be bothered with citizenship. They can go to Liberia. That's an opportunity.
Yeah, but because that's why I was wondering. That would have been the utmost desire of the ruling class, so that you have these people that have gone abroad. They attended school here. They're not. Some of them are professionals. They have good jobs. You have doctors, lawyers, engineers, people that can come into the country, and take up opportunities to develop the system. So, but out of their selfishness nature, they just wanted to just block you guys out.
Yes, they want to block. But
you're not welcome. Don't come here.
We are not welcome. But let's.
But the table has turned now.
Yeah, the table has turned. But let's do this. When you're advocating. And that's what I learned. It is also good to listen
to the other party.
That's one of the key in advocacy. Do not always think you are right. Why is it that these Liberians they don't appreciate it? Why? And when we started advocacy from the beginning, we refuse
to listen to them.
And as a result of this, it was like that. So, in one of our strategy sections, we said, look, we've been doing this thing since 2012. As a matter of fact, it's been since 2005. Why our brothers and sisters that want to school way, we all live, why they don't like us? What is the issue? And look, we all know human people are jealous. We all know that. That's a common thing. So we went back in the drawing board and begin to list. Okay. Some of our people from the diaspora have not done well when they go back home. They didn't represent us well.
Yeah.
The Erin Cochran. She was in the army, and they gave her to be the managing director for the international airport, the management of the Rara International Airport, and she mismanaged the place. By the time they get her, she flew because she's an American citizen.
Oh, okay.
She got on the flight and came. So the common man said, wait a minute. We even get you dual citizenship.
You're already doing this.
You're already doing it. As soon as the government says something, you get on the next flight. You come. And the list goes on. Some of our friends didn't act well. They were not acting good. As soon as something happened, they get on the flight and come. So that was a challenge for us. But then equally so, the locals in Liberia were equally corrupt as those in the diaspora.
Yeah.
So the issue of corruption was not based on citizenship. The issue of corruption was based on your character.
On an individual. Yeah.
And that's how we narrow the whole thing down. Because as they talk about one person, we say, but wait a minute, how about this person? And they talk about, because the issue of corruption now, it was not based on your citizenship, it was based on your character.
Yeah.
Because there were people over there that were corrupt. And after a while, and we started to tell them, what happened, what we discovered, that's why when you in advocacy, listen to the other people. People were very skillful in telling the Liberians that, we want to make white men citizens. They say, when you guys allow the guys to come for dual citizenship, you want to make white men. Wait a minute. We're not even advocating for white men. It's not there. And it was successful. So we managed to kill that part.
Okay.
We managed to kill that part.
I asked you a question.
Yes.
I asked you a question about if you're a supporter of U.S. government. A couple of days ago,
yes,
he was spotted at he was spotted in Qatar.
Yes.
He went to, give moral support.
Yeah, to his son.
Who's playing for another country.
That's correct.
And meanwhile, the Liberian national team did not qualify for the World Cup.
That's correct.
So a lot of people, based on what I saw on social media, some Liberians were enraged. Some correct. Africans were enraged.
That's correct.
That, as a dad, you can say you went there to give your dad moral support, but in your present capacity as a country that is carrying millions of people, representing millions of people, that did not go out well. That you use taxpayers' money. One, I think he said he's presently in a vacation, 48 days vacation in Dubai. So out of that 48 days, he went to, I think he's going to spend like 9 days in Qatar. So what's your take on that?
Okay, let's before I come to the job, I want to thank LRC. You mentioned about the honor on the 29th.
Yeah.
I want to thank LRC and the Port of Columbus, Ohio for honoring me. Just to add on to this other thing, I was once upon a time Secretary General of LRCI. I became Vice President of LRCI. I became President of LRCI. And I became Secretary General of Federation of Liberian Association in Ohio.
Wow.
And I went becoming Vice President of the Union of Liberian Association in America. And also in 2006, I was elected President of ULA. So LRCI is my home. So I'm very grateful they provided me all the opportunity to come on.
Good. Congrats.
So thank
once
you.
Again.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, I'm not a spokesman for the government, but since we discussed the intellectual thing and people are listening, they want to hear.
Yeah.
And I will do the best I can to speak. I'm not speaking under the instruction of anybody. I'm trying to, to accommodate the other side of the view. I don't want to walk and say, oh no, I came here for doing this. I came here to talk about my retirement. Now you're bringing politics in. I don't think it will be fair to you, and I don't think it will be fair to the other people.
Yeah.
But you forgot to add, though, a Cameroon national scored a goal against Cameroon.
He's not the president of Cameroon.
Just wait.
Now you want to give me a political a politician answer.
No. That's come. A Cameroon national. Cameroon and Sweden was playing.
Yeah.
Yes. And he scored against what? Cameroon.
No, that young man left Cameroon when? At what age?
That's coming.
Okay.
You have currently, as we speak, you have African doctors delivering the next scientists in America. And while we're here, a woman in Africa has delivered and passed. The child passed and she passed. It's not different. It's not different to see an African, a Liberian, playing for another country.
Okay.
And that country is not in the World Cup. Until we African can have a platform where we can begin to tap our own resources, where we can begin to recognize ourselves, the best of us will be in the West and America. This is no joke. You go everywhere, you have African doctors, you have African. Go to Houston. It's one of the best scientists are from Nigeria.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah. So the issue, what you guys see on the football field, it's just nothing.
Yeah, because you know why it's such a sensitive thing for people, not me.
No,
for people.
Because it's political.
President.
That's the thing that we have in Africa.
Yeah,
we only see it when it becomes political, which is very sad. It's very sad. This man was born in the United States of America, in Bronx, New York. He was born. He didn't choose. It was not. It was that you were born in Liberia and came here. He was born, and by the American law, when you are born here, you automatically an American citizen because America is a birthright country.
Yeah.
So he was born here. You know, when he was born here, his father was not president. His mother was not first lady. Like any other Liberian, they send a child to school, the best of school. The parent decided to invest in the children.
Yeah, but the question is, when is he going to develop, being a current president, is he going to develop the league, national league in Liberia so that his son can also, because now it was citizenship.
Yeah, very good, very good.
He's going to come home to represent Liberia.
We are hoping,
the national team.
Yes, we are hoping that will be the case. Not only him, we are hoping that the Liberian doctors, the Liberian engineers, the Liberian nurses, the Liberian teachers will go back home with their dual citizenship law. And you know what happened? With the dual citizenship law, you can have a Liberian passport. You can go right now, you can walk to the foreign ministry and get a Liberian passport. So you have all rights and privileges as a Liberian to return home and help develop the country. So this idea that so what are you going to say? That somebody is home in Liberia, the father cannot get medical treatment, but the child is a medical doctor in America. What are you going to say?
Okay, let me ask you this question. I want to ask you another question.
Okay.
Ask for your opinion.
Okay.
This has to do with LICI, right? I know your relationship with LICI is very cordial.
Yeah.
As an elder statesman, you have LICI, and there's another body up north, which is what is the name now? Liberians in is United Liberians in Ohio.
Okay.
It used to be United Liberians in Columbus.
Okay.
They just recently changed their name to United Liberians in Ohio. Julio or something like that. Then you have LICI.
Yes.
So these people are running a parallel community association, so to speak, with LICI. LICI proud itself as the umbrella body of Liberians in Ohio.
Oh, correct.
Right?
Yes, correct.
So now you have these people, according to, I've DJ for them.
Yes,
The
correct.
first time I went there, I was like, then I spoke to some of them. They're like, we came up with this idea because LICI are more or less like a body that represents the people on the east side. They invite us for event, we go there, we associate with them, we do whatever they ask us to do. But when we're having something up north, we call them, we invite them, they don't show up. This is what I was told.
That's correct.
You know,
I was told the same too.
Exactly. This is why I think the founding president was Paul.
Okay.
He's no longer the president right now. He's someone else is president. This is why we put this organization together. You know, I think as a matter of fact, I've seen you in one of the events.
Yes. I think a couple of the events.
Okay. So, what is there a friction?
Let establish here. There is no friction. That's very first thing. We have Liberians in Columbus Incorporated LLC. Look, this whole idea that when people form themselves, they are infringing on the poor, it's not right. Those on the north side have the right. They are called United Liberian in Ohio. It's their name.
Okay.
They have the right to do what they want to do. LLC, we champion LLC as the umbrella organization in Columbus, Columbus, Ohio. That's why we champion LLC. LLC is the organization. Now, when events are held, those on the east side go on the north side. We attend baby showers, we attend weddings, we attend churches, we attend the function, we play football game with them. Like you mentioned, you see me there.
Yeah.
When we have something on the like I said, east, the city on the east and on the north, we are just less than 30 minutes away from each other. But so LRCI is the, like you have not only just one group, you have other social group, you have the churches here, you have the football team, you have the youth group and everything. But LRCI is the umbrella organization in Ohio. Now, people, if you go to Somali community, they got many Somali organizations. You go to the African community, they don't have one African organization. You go to the Ghanaian organization, they have the same thing. But their perception is that when a Liberian forms in the poor are dividing, it's not true. We as leaders must find a way to cultivate and navigate groups and see how we can better serve our people. Because look, I'll tell you something, your interest is not my interest. But together we can combine and have a united front.
Yeah.
And that's human nature. So we as elders and the point committee, we try to work with all the groups to make sure that look, it's your right to do what you're doing, but we should all know that we are one Liberian. We should all know that we have one interest, and we all should try to work together in the national spirit of our oneness. We can control you forming your group. We can do that, but when it comes to the unity of our Liberian oneness and advocating for our Liberian interest, we have LRCI, and LRCI is the organization in Columbus, Ohio.
I think I agree with you. At least taking a cue from what the All-Liberian Conference did. Look at the feat they achieved, because they all, regardless of your whatever group affiliation, they put that aside. Your political affiliation, let's put that aside. Let's fight for this. Yes. You guys pick one cause and go for it. Yes. And at the end of the day, it was achieved. I think it's better for us to join resources together. Yes. Because even as much as the bottom line is for the common good of the humanity, of representing our interest of our people. Yes. I think I agree with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, as we begin to round up, what do you want to be remembered for?
Oh, Jay, you come back to this thing. I really want to be remembered as an IT professional. And Fred, is a tough challenge.
So you don't really like the fact that side of your life is just
I don't like the Fred. That's what I went to school for. That's what my parents beat me for. That's why they made that candle. I put it up to learn computer science. People don't see me as a computer person. My friends will only call me if they want to do a PowerPoint. I mean, the very least of the least bother of a computer assignment. Because they had to see me. I don't want to be remembered. I want to be remembered as a computer professional. That's why when I retire, I intend to go back home and teach at the University of Liberia.
Okay.
And teach computer science and and help, because that's
you don't want to go into politics?
No, I don't want to go into politics. Look,
really?
I don't want to go into politics. I mean, people are asking, all the days of my life I've been in politics. I was a student.
As a professional, I used to go back to the country to go help, take up positions or vie for an office.
You talk about politics, Freddie. I was expelled from Booker Washington Institute in 1983 because I led a strike. And through the instrumentality of my friends, I came back to school. They reinstated me under the condition that I would never talk politics. And I went back to school in the fall at BWI. And I relinquished all the political activities.
No, this time around on a national scale, you're going in there to help people. You like to help people.
Yeah, I can help.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, I went for the state of Ohio, 30 years. I got more than 30 years.
That is Ohio. Now
I want to go back and help my computer skills. I want to go back and share the technology. I want to go back and help in the area of science and technology. That's what I want the people to remember me. I mean, it's going to be a tough game. I'm already 60. So God willing, I get only 40 more years. Or a little for the next.
That's a long time.
Yeah. But I want to be remembered. I want to go back to home and teach at the university. And so people remember me as a computer science professional, not a political wetty. I mean, my friends got all kinds of things for me. But thank you for asking this question. If you ask me, I want to be remembered as somebody in the computer science field. I know it's a challenge.
Wow.
But I'm going to be working on that. That's my next career path that I want to teach at the university. I want to teach at other schools to make sure that you remember me as a computer. It's tough, but I will try.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. You heard it from the man himself. Everything you needed to know today, I believe, you have some takeaways from this interview, and I must agree, and I must say that today, this interview, this has been one of my challenging interviews since I started this program. Most challenging, I must confess. I must say.
Thank you. And let me confess to you.
Yeah.
This is the first interview I've ever had in Liberia, in the United States, in Europe, and other platforms on the internet where I explain my professional life. And I am very pleased. I'm very honored.
Thank you, sir.
I salute you.
Thank you
for providing me the opportunity so other people see I'm not just a political Wetty here there talking. Before you go, every time I think, I told you that I was a student leader on BW, Bogor Washington Institute, where I graduated from, in the training department, and we had a strike, and the school closed. The school closed. I was expelled, but I came back. Some students didn't come back. There are some students today. Every time we go for reunion, will point the finger at me that I was responsible for them not graduating. I delayed a grad. I'm telling you.
Oh, wow.
Today.
Wow.
So I want to try. I want to change that. I want to be remembered after. It will be a tough thing. But I'm hoping that...
At least now that you put it out there, people can always make reference to this.
Yes.
This interview will be available on Facebook and it will also be available on YouTube.
That would be great. I would like to have that to share with people and let people see
absolutely
my other side. I tell you, submit myself to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
For giving me the opportunity to really explain my professional self.
I truly appreciate your opportunity. Thank you for honoring my invitation. This means a lot to me. And thank you, guys. Thank you to everyone that tuned in, all the people that contributed, that suggested, that asked questions. I want to say shout out to Comfort Kenneth. Kenneth. She said, thanks for recognizing Mr. Fode Kenneth in your growth. We are proud of you. We are proud of your accomplishments.
Thank you.
Shout out to Kenneth. Shout out to Mr. Fode. And every other person that tuned in, Emmanuel, Coco. I don't have to mention everybody's name. Thank you, guys. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
The time is well spent.
Thank you, too, for the platform. Thank you to our family and friends in Radio Land. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to my kids that came here to escort me.
Right there.
Justin and my son. Thanks. Thank you all for your support. And thanks to my mother, my family. Thanks everybody. And thanks to the entire Dual Citizenship team, sponsors, champions, and everybody for the kind of work they've been doing. And may God bless everybody. Our next journey is on the country voting. And Chairman Africa will be taking that matter. I want to say thanks to the president of ULA, Shehu Kamara. I want to say thanks to the European community, the Librarians in Canada, Colossal Librarian Advocacy for Change, Comfort Atoka, Librarians in Australia, Librarians in Ghana, for all of the support and people that have been supporting us for dual citizenship in the private librarians who have made a financial contribution, moral contribution, and everything. I want to say thank you, thank the President Weah for his support. Thank you to Councillor Ajibabona, the Librarian Senate, the Librarian House, and the Librarian people for all their support for dual citizenship. Thank you. May God bless everybody, and we'll see you again.
Thank you very much, guys. On that note, we have to say bye-bye at this time. Take care. Have a lovely week until I come your way again with an exciting guest. Take care. I have a beautiful week, productive week ahead. God bless you.